store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
It's 10:09 on AM 560 KWTO. We have 32 degrees in Springfield, and it's time for Home Repairs and Solutions, brought to you by Spring Mountain Air. And here's your hosts, Mark and Mary. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
It might be freezing outside, but it's warm and sunny in here.
Oh,
just
it
like
is.
every Friday.
Every Friday, the sun always shines right here in the studios of KWTO. when
Yes,
it's
it does.
Time for Home Repairs and Solutions.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
And I'm happy we're here this Friday.
I am too.
You know, them Mayans were wrong,
They were. That's right.
and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. We are still here.
We are still here and still doing the show on a Friday.
That's
so.
right. We are. And, you know, it's been an interesting 2012. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for 2013.
Yes, I am.
Let's
Well, I
move
hope
on.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be ready for it, so we'll just say that.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll start with that.
We'll start with that. That's
Yep.
That's right. So it's been an interesting year, and you know, so we decided today we're just going to do a Mark and Mary show to end up the year.
Yep,
Just talk about whatever you want to talk about,
absolutely.
and you know, and so we're just going to have a good time. Just kind of a open line Friday, just whatever.
We do those every now and then, and we thought
We
the
do.
end of the year this would be a good time to do that. Kind of reflect on maybe some of the guests we've had this year.
Sure.
Maybe somebody would want to call in. You know, do you do New Year's resolutions?
You know, I don't.
I don't either. I just they're just too hard to stick to.
They are. You know, everybody.
No, nothing like setting yourself up for disappointment.
Exactly. You know, and people will, well, I'm gonna go to the gym more. I'm gonna, you know, diet. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know, I just don't. My wife asked me the other day. She's like, "Well, what is some of your goals for 2013?" I told her, I said, "You know, I don't set goals, and I don't. You know, I have things that I might want to achieve."
Yes.
And I will try to do that, but as far as setting a goal, I don't.
I
No.
I don't make resolutions, but I have things. I always have things, especially owning a business. We always we have a plan for next year
Sure.
and things that we want to, like you said, achieve and that type of thing.
Right.
But I don't set goals like losing weight or
Yeah.
any of that kind of stuff.
I don't either.
Yeah, it's just nah.
Just take it from day to day and just, you
Yep.
know.
My goal is to get up and go to work and do the best I can every day.
Yeah. And sometimes
That's pretty much it.
that's pretty much it. And that's, you know, kind of what I just try to achieve is just to be able to get up and after the year I've had, I'm thankful to be able to get up.
Absolutely. I'm
Go do
thankful
whatever.
too, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Yeah, there was a little stretch there you weren't with me on the show, and I missed you. That was
Well, I miss being here.
that was kind of hard, didn't it? Without you.
You
So-
know, and of course, every Friday I was over at the Hammond's Heart Institute doing
Getting
my
rehabbed.
doing my little rehab over there, and it was really tough because I really wanted to be here, and I knew I had to be there, and so it made it a little tough.
Sometimes that's is called life,
That's true.
and sometimes things happen, and you don't really like the way it happened, but you just have to make the best out of it and go on.
Yeah.
And you had to take care of your health first.
Yeah,
So that's why you're here today.
that's absolutely. So it paid off,
Yes, it did. Absolutely, it did.
and I still go over there.
That's good.
And now, of course, the holidays and everything, I've missed a couple days, but
Sure.
I still try to go 3 times a week, and
Yep.
and
There you go.
exercise a little bit, keep the old heart healthy.
Keep it ticking
That's right.
like it's supposed to.
That is right.
You might want to give out some phone numbers. Someone might want to give us a call.
I think we better. 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056. Or if you want to send us a text, and we will read it over the air. For some people, that's a little shy. Maybe they don't want to
Sure.
talk on the radio. You can send us a text at 417-838-3192. And I'd love to hear from you.
We just zoomed right into the high-tech age when you figured that out a couple weeks ago that people could text in
Yeah,
questions.
yeah, I know. And
We're probably not the most high-tech people
probably
on the
not.
radio.
Probably not, but we're learning. We're
We
getting
are.
there.
We
We're-
are.
Yeah.
You
so-
know, pretty soon we'll be here 2 years.
I know.
1st of April will be 2 years already, so I'm excited about that. That'll be something fun to celebrate this next
Yes, it
year.
will.
Is 2 years
2
on the
years
radio.
on the
and
radio.
doing our show here, and hopefully giving out some great information, have good guests on, helping some folks along
Yeah.
with their repairs and solutions issues and
Yeah.
that type of thing.
We've had some great guests on this past year. One that comes to mind that has helped us tremendously in our construction business is Jeremy Atchley
Yes, with Energy Wise.
with Energy Wise. Mm-hmm. And weather like this makes me think of Jeremy because
Yes.
when you sit there the last couple nights I've sat there and I feel this cold air coming in around the windows and different things. You really want to try to make your house as energy efficient as possible, and Jeremy is great.
He is. He will come out, do an inspection of your home, work within your budget, tell you how to best spend your money to get the best efficiency possible, reduce your heating and cooling bills. Well, not so much cooling in the winter, but reduce your heating bills and stuff. And he's a great guy. We work with him a lot too at Spring Mountain Air, and actually he and my son have become really good friends, and they do a lot of work together and really help a lot of
Right.
people out with that kind of thing. So, and if you don't know if you need help with that, you will know shortly because it is getting cold out.
Oh, yes, it is.
Wednesday, I thought I was going to die. It was
Yeah.
so cold and windy that I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to go to Florida or somewhere. Just too cold for me. I used to tell Paul I am not living north of Sunshine
Yeah.
Street. It's just too cold north of Sunshine
It's
Street.
too cold north of Sunshine. Well, I tell you what, I was out on a construction job yesterday morning. Met with some guys out there that sells a new kind of siding, and we was looking at one of our houses, and I'm telling you what, the wind was blowing, and it was just flat cold. That was about 9 o'clock yesterday morning, so it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I talked
Yeah.
to my son. I think he had just gotten off the roof. And he said he was happy to be off the roof. Somebody had a rooftop unit that was struggling, and he had to get up there, and that's never pleasant when it's cold.
Oh,
but-
no, not at all.
But he got them fixed and going, so I'm sure they were appreciative of that.
Yeah.
So what's this new siding you're talking about?
Well, and I need to talk to you more about this because we need to probably try to get these folks on the show sometime. But it's actually a masonry type siding
Okay.
that is made locally here that we just found out about.
Local.
Yes.
Oh, that's even better.
It's about 2 inches thick, so it does provide some R value to the house. It's a very durable, really, really nice product. In our houses nowadays, how many houses do you drive along and see vinyl siding on?
Oh, a lot.
Vinyl serves its purpose, no doubt, but you get some real long runs of vinyl, especially if you use the lap siding. It gets a little wavy,
It will.
and stuff. This stuff it stays straight. It's a very, very durable product. It's paintable if you want to change the color.
That
of
was
your
my next
house.
question. Do you
Yeah.
paint it, or does it come in a color? Or?
There's I'm gonna just guessing. There's probably 8 or 10 colors that they do pre-made, but you can paint it.
I'll be.
And it is a neat product. It's probably all said and done with installation, probably about the same price it's going to cost you as doing brick, but it gives you a whole different look.
Yeah.
Around your windows and stuff, they make some really nice trim that goes around the outside of the windows. It really makes the windows stand out. It's just some really neat stuff. They can do columns out of this stuff and
Oh,
everything.
wow.
It's pretty amazing. And so we're going to use it on one of our new houses that we're
And
building
see,
out
yeah.
there in Sheila Ridge and Republic, and see how it does.
Yeah, that would be great. That's what I like about this show. The housing industry is constantly changing, not just in the heating and air side, but in all aspects of building and that type of thing. And so it's fun to learn about these new products that are out there and kind
Yeah.
of see what they are. And plus, it's manufactured locally. You said.
Yep, it sure is.
How much better can that be?
Yeah, I've been out to the manufacturing facility right out towards the airport out there in the
Okay, yeah,
industrial area, and looked at the product, and it seems to be a really, really good, stable product. So we're going to give it a try.
So I'm guessing that it's not going to, like some of the siding and stuff, if you're mowing or whatever and you hit a rock up there, you can, well, some of it you can put a hole through it.
Sure.
Some of it
Oh,
you
yeah.
can ding it, dent it. Will this not do that? Is it sturdy enough that you won't
If it is hit hard enough, yeah, it's probably going to
dent a little
dent.
or something? Yeah.
But it's very repairable. And that's the nice thing about it. It can be repaired, and you never see it. I mean,
Is it a
it's just-
recycled product?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's actually like a foam with a masonry coating on it.
Oh, I'll be darned.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I was in the lumber industry here in Springfield when the Hardy cement board siding first came out. Matter of fact, I sold probably one of the first jobs here in Springfield of that. And this, to me, in a way, rivals that as far as the durability and the fact that you do get some R value out of it from the foam and everything on the house. So it's a plus.
And I would say the termites probably wouldn't eat it.
No, I don't think the termites could eat
so
this
you wouldn't
stuff.
have a termite issue.
No, that's true.
So.
And the way it's installed, it does not actually stick to the house. It is fastened to the house, but you cover the house with Tyvek,
Okay.
which is your, Jeremy will tell you is a great house wrap,
Oh yeah.
and then the siding goes on over that. So
Wow. Well, maybe we need to see about getting them as a
We
guest
do.
on the show
we do. We'll
and get more
we'll
information.
check into that. Yeah.
Because there is some home building and stuff going on, or I would imagine if you're just remodeling and redoing the outside of your house, you could do that as well. Take off what you have and put that
Sure, you
on.
could.
So you wouldn't have to necessarily build a new house to use that product. You
No. And matter of fact, before we made our decision to do this, there was a couple houses here in town that the people had redone. They originally had vinyl siding on it. They decided they didn't like the looks of it, so they used this. We drove over by and looked at it. It looks great.
Wow.
And so, that's the thing about being in the, as you all well know, being in the building industry nowadays, you look for things that's going to set you apart
As a builder.
As a builder.
Sure.
And things that don't really add tremendous cost.
Sure.
So you can still sell the house at a reasonable price, but it's different.
Right.
And so we're all the time looking for stuff like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, sounds like you found a great product.
I think we have.
So that would be something fun to learn more about for sure.
Absolutely.
sure.
We'll have to try to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
so-
See, we do have a plan
We do.
as of just this minute.
That's right. Yeah, we just came up with one. 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056. Or if you want to send us a text, 417-838-3192. We want to hear from you.
Lots of ways to contact us.
Yep, that's right. That's right. If you,
And we're easy to talk to.
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
So if you want to tell us what you got for Christmas, you can do that too.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'd
You
be
never know.
interested.
Some people get some really cool stuff.
They do. They do. I didn't. But,
I did. I got some neat stuff. I got a gift certificate for a stress release massage, which is right up my alley. I can use
there
that.
you go. Yeah.
And then my daughter got me a gorgeous sterling silver and some sort of stone ring that's very pretty. And I got some neat stuff. Got some fun stuff. So it was all good.
Well, see, I got a new grandbaby, just
Now, okay, you can't
3
beat
months
that.
ago, so I can't,
You can't
top
top
that.
Cannot top
So,
that.
so yeah, I consider that my favorite Christmas gift of all.
I would think so. And it's a little boy, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. There you go.
Yep.
Nothing like being a grandpa.
That's right. No doubt. So, well, we got a caller on the line. We got Bill in KC.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. I was wondering if you could give me some estimates on a tankless hot water heater that would put out 500 gallons of water per hour and the cost to run that compared to a boiler.
No.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, I do know a little bit about the tankless water heaters.
Okay.
And I have investigated them a little bit. I've talked to a few of our plumbers about them. There's all different types and sizes, and you know, they estimate on the tankless water heaters by the amount of outlets that you got to have. In other words, how many bathrooms or how many sinks. You know, you take your dishwasher into consideration and all that. But you would really just need to talk to a plumber and have them to do the estimates. I would have no idea on that.
On the price, I don't know either.
Yeah. So that'd be what I could recommend doing. So, but they are neat, you know, and the nice thing about them, you're not sitting there heating a tank full of water.
Right.
You know, like like on a boiler or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, you're constantly heating that. You're not on a tankless.
Right.
And you get the hot water on demand. When you turn that faucet on, the burner kicks in. Now, they do make electric or they make gas, and most common's the gas. The burner kicks in, and you do use a tremendous amount of gas to heat that water. But they are still yet a little more efficient than the regular tank water heater.
Yep.
So I know that probably didn't answer much of your question, Bill, but that's the best I can do. So.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All righty, thank you. Let's talk to Gayla down in Stone County. Go ahead, Gayla.
Good morning, kids. How are you?
Well,
Good morning.
I like that kids thing.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you would.
Yeah.
What was the name of the product for the siding on the house?
You know, and I hate to even say this, I can't remember what the company's name is. But I will have it, and I will have it next week. I'll have the information for it next week on the show if you'll listen in. I promise I will.
Well, my barbecue pit's set to next close to my house,
Yeah.
and it's it's ugly.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I've been thinking about having it redone with something, and I hadn't decided what I want. So this would be an interest to me.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will get the information for this, and you know, I never thought about doing it until we sat down here,
Yeah.
and then we got to talking. But I will get the information. I will have that for y'all next week. So.
Okay. Well, I will be listening.
Okay. Well,
And you
appreciate
guys
the call.
have a happy New Year coming up.
Well, you too, and thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We got Dan here in Springfield. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, hi. I want to switch gears for a second here. I lived in South Central Texas for 15 and a half years, and, of course, I saw a lot of growth, you know, from the, I don't know, the whole time I was there, from 1980, to 1995, and even before that. The business I worked at in 1980, they had some migrant workers working on top of the roof, and I said, why can't these guys speak English? And then the foreman overheard it, and he come down and, got in my face, and I thought, well, whatever. I'm only in my early 20s at that time. So I think a lot of these, I call them illegal aliens, I think they learned they don't have to bend over all the time working in agriculture. They learned how to do construction, and a lot of them did. And and a lot of roofers and guys who do the stone and masonry and bricks, they learned how to do that so they can make more money, to send back home. But it just evolved. You don't have to work in a bending over in agriculture, which is, that's what the originality of them coming over here for. But anyway, a lot of them will work for cheap, my friend. I don't care if you're in Georgia or North Carolina or wherever. I've seen them just about every state that I've been in.
Right.
Even though I'm originally from a small town in California called San Diego. But
a little town.
Hey, what's so funny about that?
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to bring that up that a lot of them they've taken over the industry, and quite a few don't speak English unless it comes to pay time, paycheck, or break time or something, and they understand what that is. But, So I just want to throw my 3 cents in.
Okay, well, appreciate the call. So, there is a lot of, our bricklayers that used to do our jobs. They were from someplace else.
Sure. A lot of them are. I was going to go back to what Gayla was talking about, though. Her barbecue pit was too close to the siding. We had a neighbor down at the lake that did the same thing. It was kind of funny. They got their grill a little bit too hot. They weren't paying attention to it, and it completely warbled that siding. It wrinkled it in a hurry, that extra heat going up against there. So I can see why she would want something different there.
Oh yeah,
If
absolutely.
it has to be close to the house like that, then
And I have seen that so many times, you know, like I say, vinyl siding serves its purpose. We use
Certainly.
it all the time on our new houses, but there is other alternatives out there.
Sure.
And I'm not a huge fan of vinyl siding. Never have been, just for that point. You get your grill too close to the house and your siding, it'll melt and run off the wall.
yeah, it will. But it sure warbled theirs.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it wrinkled it good.
It will. Now, the nice thing about vinyl is, you can pop those pieces out and put new in,
Yeah.
but, here's what happens. If it's been on there 3 or 4 years, if it's on the side, especially where the sun's hitting, the new piece is not going to be the same color.
That's exactly
because
what
it's
they
gonna
did.
fade.
Is they took it out,
Yeah.
the stuff that they had all wrinkled up on them, and I'm sure it's the same color they started with originally, but you can definitely tell that they've had to piece some new pieces in there because it's not the same color.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
you can't match it after it's been weathered for a while.
No,
But-
no. And that's why and used to when I did the show, of course, for Herman's, I used to have the Hardy siding rep on, and that's a product that I happened to find, like I said, and I love because it was so durable.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't burn, zero flame spread.
Yeah.
But you did have to paint it. But, a good product like that, use a good quality paint, you may only have to paint once every 15, 20 years.
Right.
And, that's it's so much better product.
Which is enough for me if I have to paint the house.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So, Rob, what you doing over there?
Do we need to take a break?
He's got that look on his face
He
like,
does.
what am I doing?
I've got that look on my face that maybe this thing is in need of a home repair
There
or
we go.
certainly a solution.
Hey, I'll go out the truck and get my hammer for you.
You go get it and make
Okay.
sure it's a big ball peen hammer so we can do some damage here.
Okay, sounds
Looks
good.
like we're going to take a break, folks.
Yep, we'll be back with more home repairs and solutions.
Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions.
Good morning. It's time for a look at news from the Ozarks News Network. 6 men from the Springfield area are dead in a crash in North Dakota. The 6 were in a truck that skidded on icy Interstate 94, crossed the median, and crashed head-on into a tractor-trailer. The victims are identified as 47-year-old Martin Zuniga of Republic, 34-year-old Herson or Elana of Nixa, 43-year-old Alpino Martinez, 51-year-old Mayolo Lopez, and 50-year-old Iaitasio Pardon, and 54-year-old Jose Avila, all from the Springfield area. A man is under arrest this morning after breaking into a city utilities compound, stealing a truck, and crashing it through a gate. This happened at the 800 block of North Bellcrest. The 19-year-old suspect was picked up by police a block north of the compound. That's a look at news from the Ozarks News Network.
Rather cloudy today, high 41. Then tonight it will be cloudy with a low 17. Tomorrow partly to mostly sunny, colder with a high 32 and a low tomorrow night of 19. Then Sunday, sunshine giving way to clouds, a milder day with a high getting up to 46. Cloudy and colder for Monday, chance for rain and snow, high of 39. Partly sunny Tuesday, high 31. I'm AccuWeather's Kevin Snyder.
Currently 33 degrees.
The best way to grow business? Meet someone new and share what you do. January 11th from 9 to noon, you can meet and share over and over and over again. Join AM 560 and businesses from all over the Ozarks for Network 2013, the area's largest ever networking event. Admission is $5 and includes free seminars, prize drawings every 5 minutes, and people eager to meet and learn about your business. Meyercom, Color 10, and 100 Fold have combined efforts with one goal in mind: to provide business people a place to meet, share, and learn about one another's services, in the sincere hope that relationships made will grow into friendships and impact business for years to come. This day, this event has been created to help you grow your business. Network 2013, January 11th, 9 to noon at Remington's Event Center, Kansas Expressway at Republic Road. Special thanks to Guarantee Bank, Wireless Trends, Holmes & Griffith Financial Planners, Rapaholic, and Service World Computer Center.
Join us for continuing coverage of the 67th Blue and Gold Basketball Tournament on Jock 98.7 and AM 1060 KBFL, brought to you by Cox Health. Our play-by-play coverage begins at 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon as Nixa takes on West Plains in a Blue Division semifinal on AM 1060 KBFL, and continues at 5:30 with Ozark and Mount Vernon on Jock 98.7. We'll wrap it up with a look at all the scores on a special edition of the Scoreboard Show with Guy Newcomb at 10 p.m. on Jock 98.7.
We wish you the merriest. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Glenn. Tune in for our New Year's Eve party on KTXR starting at 9 o'clock on Monday night, New Year's Eve. And we'll bring in the new year with 3 solid hours of great memory music. Don't forget, KTXR 101.3 FM, Springfield, Missouri, and on the internet at radiospringfield.com. Wayne Glenn's New Year's Eve party, 9 until midnight on New Year's Eve.
Are you concerned with losing money in your retirement account? Tune in each Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. to Common Sense Economics for the Family with Tommy Ruff. Learn the secrets of how to eliminate fees and commissions and market losses without spending one more dime than you're currently spending. That's every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Common Sense Economics for the Family with Tommy Ruff, right here on KWTO AM 560.
Well, I went down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
Better put that hammer away, Mark. We're ready to go back on. You've already done enough work on
Yeah.
it.
Boy, I tell
It
you.
actually, there it goes.
There it goes. See, I got to hit it again.
Yep.
Yeah. Go get a bigger hammer.
Hey, I'm telling you, some days are like that.
I always knew
Yeah.
that's how it worked.
Yeah.
If you couldn't get a bigger hammer.
Get a bigger
There
hammer.
you go. There you go.
Yeah. You know, that reminded me of a funny story.
Either
from-
cure it or kill it.
Yeah. when I was a little kid, I had it's actually a great aunt and uncle. They lived, we came from a little town, Dixon, Missouri, which is down towards Fort Leonard Wood.
Uh-huh.
And my great uncle, he was always, try to do whatever high tech came along. He always tried it. And so we went to Waynesville one time and went to a car wash. And that's when they first come out with the automatic car wash, and it was called a Robo. And it's like this robot deal, went around the car.
Yeah.
So I remember this so well because I was with my great aunt and uncle and my mom and me, and the Robo deal got stuck on the bumper of the car.
Oh, no.
And so the guy goes and he gets a pipe wrench, and he dinks around there, and he motions, "I'll be right back," and he comes back with a bigger pipe wrench. And he worked on it a little bit more. And he come out the third time with a pipe wrench. I'm not kidding. This thing was probably 4 or 5 foot long, biggest pipe wrench I ever seen.
Oh, my goodness.
And to work on that. So, though saying is just get a bigger hammer. Well, he just got a bigger pipe wrench. Finally got the thing unstuck from the car. It went about one circle and just spurted a little more out, and that was it. We pulled out, and the car in front of us peeled out in the mud hole and threw mud all over the car.
Oh,
But,
man.
Yeah. So, but that was one of my childhood memories of all
Oh,
things.
my goodness.
Why do you remember stuff
I
like
have
that?
no idea. That was quite the visual,
Yeah,
though.
but get a bigger pipe wrench.
To get a bigger pipe wrench. There you go.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you got to do. So, and I bet Carol on the line. I bet Carol has a big pipe wrench.
She might have. We'll
Well,
find
she
out.
might. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Good morning, Carol.
Hi. I'd like to change the subject if I could.
Sure.
Instead of siding.
Sure.
My interest is wood floors.
Mm-hmm.
And we're thinking about putting a wood floor in. But when you look in the phone book and you look at all these companies and you don't really know the people, you don't know which company would do a good job. I mean,
Sure.
I see one company that looks good to me, Classic Wood Floors. I don't know why. It just looks like a good company, but I don't really know. And so how do you pick? One question is, how do you pick a company? And the second question is, can a wood floor be put down on, it looks like underneath our rug is particle board.
Mm-hmm.
Or does that have to be taken up and then something else put down and then, okay, that's a couple questions I have about it.
Well, it's good questions.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a couple of flooring people on the show that I could recommend to you. You live in Nixa. So I would.
It doesn't have to be in Nixa, though.
No, I understand. But Stone Ridge Flooring there in Nixa, I have used them personally in my home. They've done some tile work for me. I haven't had any wood floor work done by them, but I will tell you they're very professional. They did a tile shower. They did a lot of tile in my house. They did carpeting for me in my house in Nixa. So they've done a lot of work for us. And you could go over there and you could talk to Linda. She's very, very helpful. And they have quite a selection in there for you to look at. And she can tell you the difference between the different types of wood and that type of thing. Or if you wanted to maybe talk to them and then another person, I would recommend you talk to Southern Floors here in Springfield. They're a very good company as well. They've been on the show. And Dee is one of the owners over there.
Okay.
And if you would like, I can give you the phone number to Southern Floors.
Okay.
Is 890
Okay.
2626.
2626, all right.
And the phone number for Stone Ridge Flooring there in Nixa is 724
724, right?
2444.
2444. All right.
And I think you would be happy with either one of those. You could just, like I said, go visit both of them and see which one you would like the best. And I think either one would do an outstanding job for you.
And,
okay.
And the main thing, no matter where you go, ask for references.
Yeah.
Because whether it's the folks that we recommend that we have on the show, who we recommend, where that it does the installations in our new houses, or whoever, if they're not willing to give you a reference,
right?
Why then? That's a good indication you want to stay away from it. And I don't know any that won't say yes. Here's our references. This is who we done work for.
Right.
Check us out.
Yeah.
But really, a reference, I don't understand how that would work because, you couldn't go in someone's house and look at their wood floor.
But you can call them.
Yeah.
You could just give them a call.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you guys know, about the particle board? Can you put that on underneath a wood floor? Or does it have to have
as far as I know, you can. The only thing, and it's going to depend. You've got 2 or 3 types of your, floors and the way they install different things. But
that's true.
As far as I know, that there shouldn't be a problem. The only thing that might is the floor when it's nailed or stapled down. It would have to be long enough probably to go through the particle board, because I don't know how well the particle board would hold the nail or staple or whatever they use.
I'm sure that.
But
particle board is like 20 years old.
Sure, yeah, and that was typical in houses, built back a few years ago. We used particle board for our underlayment in them. But the flooring company would be able to tell you, if you could use that or not, or if not, they may have a good alternative, that you could use.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Carol. Appreciate the call.
Yeah, and good luck with that. So, and I think isn't there there is a new wood type floor product now our neighbor put in his house down there next to us that has some sort of like a cushion on the bottom side or something, and it's a little it doesn't squeak.
Right.
And it's kind of just a little bit of an insulator, a little bit, but I haven't used any. We don't have any wood floors like that in our house, but that seems to be kind of a neat product. We went over and looked at it after we got it installed and everything, and it's really nice looking, and it's like my wood floors, I have a squeak every now and then, but that doesn't bother me.
Right.
So some people it does.
Yeah.
But it doesn't bother me that mine squeak once in a while.
Well, they do. Of course, we've had for a few years now the laminate type flooring that looks like wood that actually is a floating floor. They put down the foam underlayment, and then the flooring actually interlocks over that.
Right.
So there is some alternatives to. Some people still use the actual solid hardwood and have it, finished. I know up to just the last 3 years ago, a lot of times in our bigger houses that we were doing, we would use, the regular hardwood, and the flooring company would come in and actually finish it and everything. We kind of got away from that because there's so many nice pre-finished floors out there.
There is.
And and there's all different kinds, for your installation. If you have a certain need, there's probably going to be a product for it.
Well, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the air, but down at our lake house, what we did is we bought finished pine, but we installed it with the finished side down. And we used 3 different widths and just kind of staggered it. And it is really cool. It made a super neat floor, especially for like a cabin type situation.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone who comes in and sees it just goes bananas over that. So you can get about as creative as you want to with wood on a floor. You can do different widths. You can, like I said, we even installed ours upside, shiny side down, and then kind of just rough finished it. And I mean, it's not going to give you splinters or anything, but it's not the smooth shiny surface. And then we stained it and stuff, and it's really neat looking. So just whatever kind of your imagination leads you to.
That's right.
You can just pretty much do it with wood.
Yeah.
So
something that we're using in our new houses now that's really popular, and that's the hand scraped look. And
that I have seen that a lot.
And they've come out with a new that it's a laminate, but it actually has the hand scraped look to it. It's I'm guessing about 4-inch wide planks. And really, really looks cool. And so we're starting to do that in some of our new houses because that's the popular thing right now.
It is. Yeah. And it has a neat look.
It does.
It's just neat. I like it.
Yeah. It's getting a little bit away from the norm, just your old standard, hardwoods.
Gives your room a little character.
Yep.
Sure does.
Yep.
And it's pretty durable from what I understand. So it's not going to be easily scratched up and stuff. Depending on what wood, some wood can scratch pretty easily.
Yeah, it can.
So you have to kind of know, what your traffic areas are and how you're, if you've got dogs or kids running all over the place, so that, you might want to take that in consideration when you're figuring out what kind of wood you want to put down.
Right.
But, lots of options with wood.
There is.
I love it.
Yep.
Personally, I love wood floors. So
I do too. I like wood and I like tile also. But it seems like more and more folks are. We just finished a small custom, and the folks, they wanted hardwoods and pretty much everything. The living room, down the halls, and the whole works. So the only carpet we have is just in the bedrooms. And you also see
tile
people
in the bathrooms.
Tile
usually.
in the bathrooms, yeah.
Yep.
And also a lot of times now we're having people ask for hardwood all throughout the house because they have maybe allergies and stuff.
Sure.
And it's easier to control.
Well, it's definitely cleaner than carpet.
Yeah.
And my thought is it's easier to change your decor. You can buy a new area rug every 3 or 4 years and have a different look instead of changing your carpet.
Yep.
So it's a little easier to update your house if you have all wood floors. And
absolutely.
You can change, the rug or the furniture and have a completely different look.
Yep, you sure can. So it's a good idea. So
pretty flexible.
That's right, it is. 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056. Or if you're shy, like Gene Reasoner just texted me and said, let's see, what did he text me? He said something about, I'm shy. I like your show. I just can't talk on the radio.
If you call in, we can't see you.
That's right. So you can send a text at 417-88. I got to back up here. 417-838-3192. And we'll read your text on the air.
So. Yeah, if you have a question and want to do that, that's fine. Yeah. There's my grandkids. I just learned to text this year. That tells you how exciting I am as far as this technology stuff. But I kind of did that because my grandchildren, of course, text like they were born to do it or something. And so I kind of had to learn because that's, kind of how they correspond with me sometimes. And I'm still not real good at it, and I'm pretty slow. And sometimes I get halfway through the message and hit send, and then, I just mess things up. But, they understand that I just haven't got quite up with them yet. But that's okay. That's all right.
Well, every now and then I'll be texting, and in my phone, it's kind of weird anyhow. And I'll hit the wrong button if I just need to delete and back up. If I misspell something, and it'll send it.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Then you got to go,
Then you got to go, oops.
Oops, yeah.
Start over.
Yeah, so So yeah, technology.
I think you have a phone like mine. I don't have a smartphone. I just have a flip phone, and so you know, I don't know. Maybe it's a little more complicated to text on those, but it works for me good enough. So I'm good.
Yeah, you know, of course, this is a BlackBerry, and
oh, you're more high tech than me.
No, trust me. I'm, you know, I know how to flip it open and make calls and do text, and that's
about all I do too. Yeah, every now and then I take a picture, but then I don't know what to do with the picture. So
well, that's always me. You know, I take a picture, but
it's still on the phone.
Still on the phone. I don't know what to do with it. That's true. So you know, we're not real techie here, Mary.
No, that's not our forte.
But we have a good time, though.
Yes, we do.
That's the whole bottom line. We have a good time.
Yes, we do. And I was going to ask you a question.
Do
you still have your Christmas lights up?
I was going to ask you that question too. Yes, I do. And you know, I plugged them in, and the first few nights I would unplug them, and then I plugged them in probably 2 weeks ago, and I've never unplugged them. They've burnt continuously day and night, and they're still up. They sure are.
Well, there you go. None of them burn out or anything. You must have got some good ones. Well, that's good to know. I just wonder how long people keep their lights up. You know, sometimes they keep them up for the whole year. I didn't know if you were one of those or not.
No, I would be, but my wife tells me no.
Well, good for her. Good for her. Yeah, you kind of not need to. You don't really need to do that. So,
no.
But every now and then I see people that just, I guess they just put them up and leave them, and they're there all summer and spring and everything. So
yeah.
But I didn't know if you were one of those guys or not.
No, I take mine down. It'd probably be another week or so before I take them down, or I will unplug them though.
Well, that's a good idea.
After I get through New Year's weekend, I feel like I need to pull the plug.
There you go. There you go. Well, what I always try to do is, if I have a nice day somewhere along the line, that's when I get all mine in from outside, because I don't want to be out there in the sleet or the snow or the bitter cold trying to wrestle lights.
And I have done that.
I'm sure lots of people have. Yes. But anyway, or if you were one of those people that used Holiday Decor to put your lights up, he'll come and take them down.
He'll come and take them down. That's right.
Which sounds like an even better deal.
Yeah. So. And, you know, that's something that we will talk about during the course of the year, because folks need to think about that and get on schedule to have him come out, put your lights up, and get ready for Christmas next year.
There you go. Put that on our schedule for like next September. Call him and get on the schedule.
Get on the schedule, and comes the holidays, he'll come out, and you know, and you could drive down the street and you can look and you could tell a house that's had their lights professionally put on, as opposed to somebody like me sticking them up.
And you know what else that I think is interesting? Do you have any of those plastic blow up things?
No. I don't.
Those things are flat more than they're blowed up, I think. There's a house I drive by every day, you know, twice a day, coming and going to my house. And about every other day, that thing's flat on the ground. And then I'll go back home and they blew it back up. And I'm thinking, my goodness, I think that might be more trouble than it's worth. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, it seems like his is on the ground as much as it's blown up.
As it's blown up, yeah. Yeah, no, you know, I don't have any of those. I just put the lights up around the guttering. That's as far as I go. And
it's good enough.
So it's good enough. That's right. That's
well,
right.
you know, one of the things you can do, if you think about some of the guests we've had over this past year and you think, you know, I wonder who that was. I wonder who that guy was who does the lights, or I wonder who that guy was that gets rid of my bugs, or, you know, you can go to Spring Mountain Air's website, which is www.springmountaineer.com.
Right.
And there's Mary's list on there. And so all the shows, we record them and we upload them. And the last 4 go on under the radio tab on our website. But then if you go to Mary's list, you'll find all the shows. It's got the company. It will give you their address, their phone number. It's got a Google map that'll show you where they're located. And then it will give you their website address. You can just click on there and go to their website, or you can go to, it's got a little thing on there that says show 1, show 2, depending on how many shows they have. You can go click on a show and re-listen to a show.
Really? Wow.
So if you're, you know, as the year progresses and if you're thinking, you know, golly, I remember they had someone on the show, but I can't really remember who it is. Go to Mary's List, look through the list of companies. It'll be pretty obvious who you're looking for, and click on that, and it'll give you all the information you'll need to get a hold of them to help you with your project. So,
Wow.
and it's free.
So
it's free.
There you go.
If you got a computer and you got internet, you just go onto our website and you can access all that information.
So there you go. There's no excuse.
No excuse. Now, today's show will probably just be under the radio tab. I don't have a Mark and Mary show under the Mary's List, but, maybe I should create one. You never know.
Never know.
But it'll be on the website for a month. So you can go back for 4 weeks under the radio tab or listen to everything for the year under the Mary's List.
That's great. And just like the lady who called Carol a while ago on the flooring.
Yeah.
There's so many things we talk about during the course of a year, and it's even hard for us to remember sometimes. But when you have a place that you can go, and everybody that we've had on the show are all local people.
Yes.
The businesses are all local. So you're supporting your local economy. And you're dealing with people that's in your community that you may see, if you're at the grocery store, you may run into them.
Certainly, yeah.
And they're going to want to take care of you and do a good job.
Sure, absolutely.
And, there's always, it don't matter who you are, there's always going to be, things happen. And, but I don't know anybody that's on our list that don't go the extra mile to take care of their customer.
Yeah, that's correct. All of us that are in business, we all try to do the absolute best we can, but none of us are perfect, and we can't control every situation.
Right.
And so once in a while you'll have something come up, but yeah, absolutely, as long as they try to correct it or make it good or whatever, that's all anyone can ask. Is so all the guests we've had on the show.
Sure.
Some of them I've used personally. Some of them you've worked with personally.
Right.
We check them out. We get references, different things. We bring them on. So we feel confident that any of those people, if you give them a call, you're going to get good service and at a reasonable price, and you're going to be happy with them.
Sure.
So.
Right. And we urge you, if you have used one of the people that we have recommended, let us know. Let us know how they did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Sure.
because we need to hear that.
Absolutely. And you can do that. If you not everyone has a computer and internet. I realize that. So if you don't have that and you want to find out some information about some of our guests, you can always call Spring Mountain Air at 831-4036. I keep the list there, so if Angel answers and I'm not there, she can still give you the information. Or sometimes they call the radio station. Some of the ladies here have some information.
Right.
I try to keep them an updated list of who we've had on the air. So there's lots of ways to get access to the people that we've had on as guests that, and I don't know if you've got a phone book lately, but you have to have 3 magnifying glasses to read them things. The print is so tiny anymore. I don't know how they expect people to read them.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to me that they've made the print so small. But cost savings, I'm assuming.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it doesn't do you good if you can't read it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, easy place to go. You don't have to read a phone book.
Well,
we have nice big print on our website. It's easy to read.
and I notice the older I get, the harder time I have reading phone books or anything else. And so I've got to where I don't even open the phone book.
I probably haven't looked in a phone book in 3 years.
Yeah. I probably haven't either.
They still deliver them to us, and I just kind of throw them on the shelf. At the end of the year, we recycle them. But other than that, I don't know anyone in my office that uses a phone book anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, there's really no need. And a lot of people with these smartphones, you don't even need a computer. If you have a smartphone, you can look it up. So
yeah. So,
I'm not there yet, but one of these days. One of these days I'll get there.
One of these days you'll get there.
I will.
Yep. Uh-oh. I hear that music.
I think we're done for the day.
I think we are. Wow. It's been a great show.
It's been a fun show. We appreciate all of our callers and all their questions. And Mark will have information on the sighting next week for all those interested in that.
And you email me this week and
remind me.
I
will do that. I will email you and remind you.
Yeah.
And gosh, I just hope everyone has a Happy New Year. Safe and Happy New Year.
Safe and Happy New Year. And we will be back next year. So with a whole nother year of Home Repairs and Solutions, heard every Friday morning from 10 to 11 right here on AM 560 KWTO.
Home Repairs and Solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house.